Hello, this is Elisa from Insight Mind, and I want to talk to you today about something that has challenged me for my entire life, and that is anxiety. And how do I overcome when I have anxious thoughts? And I think all of us do have some form of anxiety in a way that comes up when we start to worry, whether it's small amounts of worry or it's big amounts of anxiety. So I know for me, what really helped me, what didn't help me was someone saying, "Oh, don't worry, it'll all be fine." I think that was really, really challenging because it was hard to let go. But something that did help me was to think about what was anxiety and what was worry and what was actually happening. And to help me, I actually started to understand that when I was feeling worried or anxious, it was about me really fearing the future. I was looking into the future and fearing what was going to come up. My amazing imagination started to think about all the possibilities that could actually go wrong. So I started to think, okay, anxiety is a fear of the future. So for me to stop my worrying, for me to stop having these anxious thoughts, because I know that what I think actually leads to how I feel, then I need to change what I'm thinking. Instead of worrying myself and imagining how everything's going to go wrong, I need to start to think about, or maybe even accepting and making friends with the possibilities of what could actually come up with if my mind won't stop imagining all the worst things. Accept that I can't change what's going to actually happen, but what I can do is to make changes to how I feel now. I know I'm no good to anyone if I'm having a worried state, so what could I possibly do? Well, the first thing, as I said, was just accept the situation, accept what's coming up, and then the second thing is to believe that you can actually handle it. When we believe that we can handle something, we're more likely to have more positive thoughts. And that's just about, okay, it is what it is. I know I can't change what's coming up, but I know that I can handle it. And so then once you get to a more neutral position, you can start to think a little bit differently and a little bit more positively. So then you can start to change the way you think, and you start to say to yourself, all right, well, what could I possibly do? What do I have control over? What are the things that I can start to focus on? And if you have absolutely no control over it at all, then I would suggest go and do something that actually, that you find fun, or that's something that makes you feel happy, whether it or distracts you. Maybe go out and exercise, something that may actually shift your mindset. Sometimes I just go and have a shower, and that situational change actually helps me to stop focusing on that problem, moves me more into that neutral position where I can come back and pick up that challenge and start looking at alternative ways for me to start to deal with that problem. So just to summarize there, I spoke about a lot and lots of different little techniques, but first of all, that anxiety is actually fearing the future. It's looking into the future and projecting out and worrying that you can't actually handle what's going to come up. So the first thing is to accept what is going on. The second is to trust that whatever happens, you can handle it. The third is to maybe distract yourself, go and do something else, and then come back and wait for like an alternative way to start to look at the situation. So there you go. There's a little technique, something that really, really helps me to move forward, to deal with my worry, to deal with my anxiety, and something that I hope can help you. Thanks for joining us. Elisa here from Insight Mind.